फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello everyone, you're watching Cricket Next. I'm Suramya Kaushik with the day 2 of Ashes 2023. Well, what a day it was, the day 1. Whenever we talk about Test cricket, what comes to our minds is that something which is very slow, but it wasn't the case on the first day of Ashes. That it started with a 4, and England somehow displayed what baseball is all about. But is it the way they wanted to go ahead? And what's all in store for us today? Because they declared at 393 on day 1. But let's hear it out from Chetan Narula and Chaitanya Nanda that what England need to do now and how Australia will be batting. Hi, Chaitanya and Chetan. It seems like namesakes with me here in this live session, though it means very different for both of you. But yes, Chaitanya, to begin with, what was your first thought when you saw England declaring at 393? I mean, for me, it was like, why they haven't even crossed the 400 mark? But did you think that it was the right move from the English side?
I think, like, if you go by a lot of cricketers or a lot of layman people, public opinion, it is not right move because it is the first day. Matches still have to go another 4 days. More 4 days are there, and you can bat. You can cross 400. And the way Joe Root was batting, it looked like they gone easily 425 plus. But if you think as England team management and according to the wicket, Australia have that little bit of advantage of having Nathan Lyon as in their team, which will be very very useful from fourth day and fifth day on this wicket as wicket is very dry. So England wanted to catch Australia surprisingly in the last minutes when they were not ready. They were not even thinking about it that they're gonna declare. So sometimes when you are not ready and go and bat outside, bat out, so there's a chance that bowler can take a wicket. And most of the players, most of the openers try to avoid and go in the in the later stage of the match, last 10-20 minutes. They don't want to bat because at that time they want to get settled and then have to save their wicket, and next day again they have to start again. But I think from England point of view, they have thought it like this way, that if they declare today and if they're able to take Australia out in next second day or the third day, half of the third day, they don't have to bat too much on the fourth and fifth day. So I think this is a great move by English team, according to the wicket.
Okay, so you think that's a great move. Chetan, what about you? Bairstow said that it was a bold call. Do you think it was a bold call?
It was a bold call according to them, certainly, but I don't think so. It was a bold call. I think it was kind of childish, and no disrespect to what Chaitanya said. Obviously, he's played, professional cricket, and obviously, I've just watched it. But again, I really from where I am sitting, I really don't think it was a bold move, but I don't think it was a smart move. क्योंकि पहली बात आप देखिए कि आपने कैसी विकेट बनाई है, ठीक है? This wicket is not like a Birmingham wicket. It's more like a Bangalore wicket. That's the conversation that's happening in Birmingham right now.
Right.
Also, if in Birmingham, this is like a day 3 wicket in Birmingham. ठीक है? तो आपने day 1 पे किया है. From day 3, day 4 onwards is going to take turn, and Australia have Nathan Lyon in them. Now, most importantly, in English conditions, if the weather doesn't come about, so day 2 or day 3 जो है are your best batting days. So you're telling me कि on day 1, on such a great batting track, आपने 400 रन भी नहीं बनाए, and you gave Australia the chance to bat without bowling you out. जब आप आराम से, and you have Joe Root batting 118, 50 रन आराम से आ जाते, आराम से 50 रन, 450. You batted first, did not score 400, did not get bowled out, and gave Australia the chance. ठीक है, even if in those 20 minutes they had taken 2 Australian wickets or 1 Australian wicket, I would still say it was Australia's day. It was advantage Australia, क्योंकि Australia bowling on that track, and given the way England was batting, कभी नहीं सोचेगा Australia कि आज हमारी batting भी आ जाएगी without bowling them out. So basically, आपने अपना सारा advantage उनको दे दिया है. और दूसरी चीज, 393 is not that great a score. आपने baseball खेल लिया, जो भी कर लिया, it's not that great a score. ठीक है, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट 400, दैट इज जस्ट सेमांटिक्स की 400 से 707 रन पीछे है. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे अगर ये लोग 5 सेशन बैटिंग करते तो और आराम से बैटिंग करते नॉर्मल टेस्ट क्रिकेट की तरह, तो भी ये स्कोर बन जाता ऑन दैट विकेट फॉर दीज मेनी विकेट्स. 8 विकेट का नुकसान हुआ है. तो आपने बायस बॉल खेल के ऐसा एक्स्ट्रा क्या कर लिया है, मुझे नहीं समझ आया है. आई थिंक इट इज एडवांटेज ऑस्ट्रेलिया इस विकेट पे. इंग्लैंड डजंट हैव द बॉलिंग अटैक टू गेट ऑस्ट्रेलिया आउट. ठीक है. And Steve Smith and Maharnas Labuschagne are going to go to sleep on this pitch. Australia is going to bat for 5-6 sessions, and then it's disadvantage England, because then they'll be fighting to save the Test match.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I was actually thinking, there were only 4 overs. Australia came out to bat for only 4 overs, and they mustn't have ever thought yesterday that they'll come out to bat for those 4 overs. And I was surprised. Actually, what happened, when they went out, I was like, okay, why they are going? And then the Australian batters came in. I was like, what's happening? Why they're doing so? But Chaitanya, do you think it's like a very strategic move, because they want to display that we play some different class of cricket?
Actually, they are just trying to change the face of the Test cricket. If you see, let's talk little bit, not this game, talk the way they want to play and what the changes they want. If you see Australia last 10 years, before 10 years, when they were playing under Ricky Ponting, and they were champions, they were winning all the Test matches in second day, third, fourth, maximum. Match never used to last 5 days. So Australians were scoring more than 4 runs per over in that era. Because when you start scoring more than 4 runs and over, as a bowling unit, you never want to give 4 runs and over to the opposition. If you are not able to take wickets, as in Test cricket, we go and stop runs. So when the wickets come, they come in a group, so we can come back in the game. But as a batting team, when you start scoring more than 4 runs and over, you are making sure that this match is gonna have a result for sure. So in sometimes, when I was playing Ranji Trophy match. And there was a match going on, and we were losing first inning. Delhi was losing first inning. And I was batting, so I was going and just blocking and try to score those runs to cover up the lead. When I went outside, Virender Sehwag told me one thing: Chaitanya, if you want to bat like this, there is no use, because if we're gonna lose first inning, then we won't be able to come back and win the second inning because we won't have time. So it's better you go and hit, and we'll let them give the chance in that. So what happens when they are scoring 5 runs and over? So if you see, 393 runs has been scored, one inning is over. Now 4 days are left. Whether one day gonna rain or what gonna happen, there are 19% chances of this match having a result. First of all, this is what they want to change. They want to change Test cricket, which have results most oftenly. That's what England want to do. Secondly, as a team, when you declare on 393, you have caught other team off guard. But ठीक है, जैसे चेतन ने बोला, मैं उसको मना नहीं करूंगा, because everybody will be thinking in a similar way कि ये क्या बेवकूफी करी है, ये what is this? Why you want to declare when you have 4 more days to play? Or there's nothing going to happen. You're gonna bat another one session next day, or half a session next day, one drink session, and then you can put them in. And the wicket always, Test cricket, especially in England, second and third is always better to bat on. But when you win a toss and you choose to bat, so there might be some planning about it. They might be thinking about it, because Nathan Lyon, if you see, he's one of the best spinners right now available for Test cricket, and he take wickets on placid wickets also, on not Turner's placid wickets, batting wickets. So when he's going to bowl on the 4th day, and you think Australia takes a 50-run lead in this match, and England come to bat, if they have batted 425 and Australia batted scored 420, 450, then England would have been on the back foot, because they have to score again. So if they're able to get Australia out now for 450, I'm saying 450, 500, they still can go out, score run quickly. They can take that out 4th day, for sure 3rd day पे England batting कर रहा होगा, चाहे वो लंच के बाद करे और या वो लंच से थोड़ी देर बाद और करे, मतलब टीम में आ जाए. But England 3rd day batting कर रहा होगा, and they will take off that lead. So I think this is what they want to change the thought process, to play attacking cricket, to take decisions which are very bold decisions, and this is gonna help cricket only. So when we were last show, we were talking about one day, it's getting boring. But from the time England started batting like this, Test cricket has its own flamboyance coming back to it. People are going and watching them. So I think this brand of cricket is very good for cricket. Rather who wins it or who doesn't win, rather they win it or don't win it. But this will make Test cricket very popular cricket now.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. Because I believe that I was talking with you, Chetan, yesterday, and we were just talking about that. I've never seen, people so excited for Ashes, and in India as well. I mean, the amount of comments, the amount of viewers we are getting here in this channel also, I was not expecting, because I just felt that, people are really not interested in watching Test cricket, and especially when India are not playing. So it's about the two nations, England and Australia, and they are playing Ashes, and people are quite interested. Why they're interested? Because they're getting to see such kind of a play that happened on day one. I mean, it was phenomenal to watch some of the cricket, especially Joe Root. I really loved watching Joe Root. And then you get such kind of decisions that, the whole social media is like, okay, what England is trying to do? What's their strategy now? So they are also excited to watch Test cricket, all the cricket lovers, of course. But Chetan, we talked about this yesterday, that Australia are one of those teams who have actually tick marked all the boxes. They have everything that they want to do in such kind of a match, in such kind of a series. And now when we are seeing it today, we'll see Australia will be coming out to bat. I believe they have all the players. They have the players like Steve Smith. They have Manas Labuschagne, as you mentioned, and I think they will be going all guns blazing today, isn't it?
Hopefully, because अभी जो हम देख रहे हैं social media पे, there's a lot of cloud cover this morning, bit of
That's
rain,
true.
so probably, and the ball is not old, obviously, it's just 20 minutes old. So James Anderson is probably going to bowl first up this morning, and he could use that cloud cover. So I think that's the threat that English conditions provide on, irrespective of these pitches. But it's still, again, jo bhi movement unko milegi, it's just going to get hit off the air. He's not going to get much off the surface. So given the pitch, kind of pitch it is. So I think if they survive the first session, I think then it should really ease out. See, again, I somehow just don't agree with what England have done. क्यों? उसका मैं आपको reason बताता हूँ. उसका मैं reason इसलिए, मतलब, it's not like कि हाँ, मतलब आप देख लीजिए Kevin Peterson, I didn't like the declaration, and this is the guy who's probably been the most, aggressive in English cricket in the last 2 decades. Michael Vaughan, 2005 Ashes winner, captain, Ashes winning captain. I won't have declared. So these guys know what they're talking about. And Nasir Hussain saying England wanted to have a crack at Warner toward the end of day's play, that's a fair call from Stokes. I just don't agree with that. Jonny Bairstow is going to say it because he's part of the management there. But Nasir Hussain saying they want to have a crack at Warner. क्या मिल गया आपको crack करके Warner को? क्या मिल गया? वो out हुआ? नहीं हुआ ना. वो तो आराम से सोया होगा, और ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम आपकी खिल्ली उड़ा रही होगी इस टाइम पे कि हमको वही. The point here is very, very simple. Australia did not have to bowl out England. It's a test series. It's not a one-off game. जहाँ पे आप ये सब चीजें कर रहे हो, weather को देख रहे हो, ये कर रहे हो, वो कर रहे हो. It's a test series. It's a game of attrition. Australia के bowlers are a bit tired. Scott Boland ने मेरी mom कह रही थी Scott Boland थकता नहीं है. अभी तो एक हफ्ता पहले bowling कर रहा था ये. And I said it's professional cricket. Now imagine in the England dressing room they are thinking कि बंदा 5 दिन पहले bowling कर आया है. और आज हम इसको एक दिन पूरा भी bowling नहीं कराएंगे, बस इसको rest दे देंगे. And now what could happen is maybe they'll get out, like Chaitanya says, they'll get out by tomorrow. But what if they don't? What if the conditions are so good to bat that they bat for 6+ sessions? Yani James Anderson and Stuart Broad are on the field, और उनकी तो series खत्म हो जाएगी ना वहीं पे. They're not young, right? And England, as it is, manages their workload already. So it's a game of attrition. Australia has a chance to finish this bowling attack here and right now. आप 2 दिन batting करो, and you will not see Anderson and Broad playing a single test match together for the rest of the series. And that is a victory for England. So, yes, you want mental battles. You want to make a point, and you want to change test cricket, which is okay, fine. I mean, I really don't get this also, but ठीक है.
Okay.
आप करना चाहते हो, that's good. Because as it is, I'll come back to the changing test cricket bit. But you can't take such decisions. And why I say this, because English cricket में सबसे ज़्यादा important is Ashes. ICC, मैंने ये कल भी कहा था, ICC World Cups को भी इतना importance नहीं दिया जाता है जितना Ashes को दिया जाता है. और ये सब करके अगर आप एशेज हार जाओगे ना, जस्ट वेट एंड वॉच हाउ द पब्लिक ओपिनियन इन इंग्लैंड चेंजेस. मैं कह रहा हूँ ये टेस्ट मैच अगर आप हार गए इस डिक्लेरेशन की वजह से, just watch how the public opinion changes, how the English media narrative changes. And English media is 1,000 times more aggressive than the Indian media. 1,000 times.
हाँ,
1,000 times ज्यादा भी प्रेज करते हैं, 1,000 times ज्यादा भी प्रेज करेंगे, बट 1,000 times ज्यादा अटैक भी करेंगे. और जहां तक टेस्ट चेंज करने की बात है, आप मुझे बता दो कि कितने पिछले 3 साल में, 4 साल में, 5 साल में कितने टेस्ट मैचेस ड्रॉ हुए हैं. सिर्फ पाकिस्तान की रोड्स पे टेस्ट मैचेस ड्रॉ हुए हैं, नहीं तो टेस्ट मैचेस ड्रॉ नहीं होते आज की डेट में. द लेवल ऑफ बैटिंग हैज रियली गॉन डाउन. तो आप ये सब वैसे भी 4 दिन में टेस्ट मैचेस खत्म हो रहे हैं, इंडिया में 3-3 दिन में टेस्ट मैचेस खत्म हो रहे हैं. सो आई एम नॉट श्योर व्हाट दे आर ट्राइंग टू अचीव विद दिस. मे बी दे आर सेइंग कि बॉस हमारी टीम इतनी खराब है कि हम 150 ओवर बैट करके 400 रन बना पाएंगे, तो क्यों ना हम टाइम बचाएं और वो एक्स्ट्रा ओवर बowling करने में लगाएं. That is the only thing that comes to my mind.
Okay. Now, if we talk about the match, okay, Chaitanya. So I read all these comments that how Bairstow made runner ball 78. Fair enough, got it. The way they played, but Australia भी तो almost ऐसे ही बैट कर दिया ना. Travis Head को देख लीजिए, WTC में it felt like Travis Head is playing some ODI match rather than a Test cricket match. Though they don't sing the song of baseball and all of that, they play their natural cricket. They come, they play their attacking shots and go. But I think both the teams are on same platform. It's not about that England have a very different style of playing, because when I see like if you see yesterday's match, Joe Root was playing his own game. He was taking his own sweet time and he was playing the shots. But on the other side, Bairstow was attacking and he was playing all those fancy shots and he made that runner ball 78. Now, if you go back to the WTC, it was the same thing happening out there as well. Steve Smith was playing by taking his own time, and there was Travis Head who was going for the attacking shots. So it's not about that, Australia can't do this whole baseball thing, though they'll never name it as a baseball thing, but they are doing it. So they're also playing the same sort of cricket as England is doing.
It's not new for Australia. Australia always played like this. They always played in Test cricket. They played attacking cricket. If you see their players few years back, they were all attacking cricketers. In between, they have a transition period where they struggled a little bit. But if you see David Warner, if he's in form, he's always an attacking player. Usman Khawaja takes time. Then Labuschagne again score quickly. Steven Smith takes time. So their team is built like that, where they put through anchors, few attacking players into the side. Cameron Green is a very good player. Travis Head plays attacking cricket. So in Test cricket, it's always better to attack rather than defense. As a bowler, when I'm bowling to a batsman who's scoring me runs, my mindset will come to bowl more dot balls, try to bowl maidens. My second thought, if somebody's defending me, then my first thought is to take a wicket. If somebody starts attacking me, my first thought will become how I will save myself, how I will not give runs. That's what happens to the bowler. So this is a mind game. Basically, Test cricket is a skill and mind game. How you mentally attack the other player, how you mentally plan the game. So Test cricket में वही कामयाब होता है जिसके पास एक तो स्किल होता है और जिसके पास मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ होती है, जिसको पता होता है कि मुझे कैसे प्लान करना है अपनी गेम को. So where if you see Australia is very good in that, they have done it for a very long period. But England, if you talk about England were not able to do that from very, very long time. They have few good good series, but they never had a big era where they were successfully doing it. So now this management and these what the set of players they have, they all are attacking stroke players. So that's why they want to do. Baseball is just a name, but this is the way to play a Test cricket by putting attack on other team. So that's what it goes on. But as we are saying, see what happens when T20 cricket came. A lot of people said, यार ये कोई क्रिकेट नहीं है, ये जोकरों की क्रिकेट है, दिस इज नॉट अ गुड क्रिकेट, दिस इज विल डिस्ट्रॉय द क्रिकेट, ये ऐसा होगा वैसा होगा. It's become a festival in India. Everybody is waiting for an whole year to watch IPL. When IPL comes, all the economy goes up, everybody starts goes out and watching matches. तो ये एक नया ट्रेंड होता है जिसको ना एक्सेप्ट करना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है. कई बार आप ट्रेंड के अंदर गलतियां करते हो, but I still feel if they win it from here, if they win it from here, everyone will say, wow, what they have done it. If they lose it from here, as a team, they have to back themselves, and I think their management, the management they have right now, they are like that. If you see what they have put in this team, if you see Macmillan, what Macmillan brought it, Joe Root, who is known for just playing an anchor role technically, he's playing reverse sweep to Scott Boland. So this is what something new mindset came to these players. So what happens when you start positive cricket and you start winning? So you become a unit who have this habit of winning and backing each other up. So might be today it's gonna be a difficult day for them, as they already said themselves that this is gonna be good. They have to put into right areas. They have to wait. Australians gonna hit the ball from the middle of the bat a lot, but they have to wait and they have to watch. But if they win it from here, I will say something new is happening, and we should, we should support them. I am supporting this cricket, this brand of cricket. I'm supporting
So
this
even
brand of
not
cricket. I know
accepting,
what they have done.
we need to appreciate it. Yeah, at least we need to appreciate it, whatever they are doing, whatever changes they are
So
making.
we,
Now, Chetan,
Ramya, we cannot appreciate everything. Might be बेवकूफी को appreciate करेंगे तो फिर वो अच्छा नहीं होगा. But yes, you need to back up the new trend, because you need something new in the cricket. And when we're talking about Stuart Broad and Anderson, they are masters of the ball. And I don't, I think David Warner, I also don't agree with Nazir Hussain that he said they want to have a crack at David Warner. David Warner is always struggling against Stuart Broad. So I think this tweet doesn't make this tweet or his statement doesn't make any difference. What he said, what does it mean? Because David Warner, अगर आप देखें तो Stuart Broad पे हमेशा वो struggle ही करता है. Whenever Stuart Broad had brought this thought process that if you bowl from around the wicket to David Warner, he will struggle.
राइट. तो ये सब तो चलिए बातें हैं. अब देखेंगे कि कितना लंबा डेविड वार्नर खेल पाते हैं आज. लेकिन चेतन, यहाँ पर चैतन्य ने एक बात करी, वो थी माइंड गेम्स की, किस तरह से माइंड गेम्स खेली जाती हैं, एंड यू नो हाउ यू रियली नीड टू प्ले टेस्ट क्रिकेट. नाउ फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगिनिंग ऑफ दिस लाइव सेशन यू आर लाइक यू डिडंट लाइक द वे इंग्लैंड डिक्लेयर्ड एट 393 ऑल ऑफ दैट. ठीक है, वो बात हो गया. लेकिन चेतन, आज किस तरह की माइंड गेम्स खेलनी चाहिए इंग्लैंड को? आपने एक तो डिक्लेयर करके खेल ली है, लेकिन आपको अगर आगे अच्छी तरह से जाना है तो आज भी फिर खेलने पड़ेंगी ना माइंड गेम्स. आई वांट टू नो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ माइंड गेम्स इंग्लैंड मस्ट बी प्लानिंग.
See, Suramya, the problem with baseball is कि आप माइंड गेम्स और ये सब जो हरकतें हैं ना, ये सिर्फ बैटिंग में कर सकते हो. There is no baseball for bowling. तो आप, that is the restriction. And इंग्लैंड को ये बात समझनी होगी कि इन पिचेस के लिए इंग्लैंड का bowling attack is not the best. I mean, Moeen Ali is not their best spinner. Moeen Ali's come out of retirement. मैंने कल भी बताया था आपको, मार्क बुचर का स्टेटमेंट था कि आप मोइन अली को लेके आ रहे हो, मोहम्मद अली या शेन वॉर्न को लेकर वापस नहीं आ रहे हो. मोहम्मद अली का नाम इसलिए आया because of the stature of that, he's a legend of his own game. So you're not getting a Murli Tharin or you're not getting a late Shane Warne reincarnated. It's just Moeen Ali जो थोड़ी बहुत spin करते हैं. And Moeen Ali का record against Australia is not that great. उनका record सिर्फ एक ही टीम के against अच्छा है जो उनको अटैक करने की कोशिश करती है और आउट हो जाती है. ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने पाकिस्तान में बहुत पेशेंस के साथ खेला था जब उनको पट्टा विकेट्स मिले थे. बहुत पेशेंस के साथ उन्होंने वो 3 टेस्ट मैच खेले थे और पाकिस्तान को हराया था. They waited and waited and waited for their opportunity, and when the opportunity came, they pounced on it. तो ये मेरे को ट्रेंड यहाँ पे यही दिख रहा है. कल पहले सेशन में थोड़ा सा ऑस्ट्रेलिया हड़बड़ाई थी जब अटैक शुरू हो गया था. Then they went back to their basics. Let's do the basics right. Let's bowl our lengths. Let's hit the lengths hard. And that is what they wanted to do. That's what they did, and they got the rewards. जो ये 8 डाउन है ना, ये रिवॉर्ड ही है उसके लिए कि आपने इतना मेहनत, छोटा बच्चा होता है ना, उसको मेहनत करके आइसक्रीम दे देते हो और फिर इंग्लैंड ने उसके ऊपर एक चेरी रख दी कि ये लो हम डिक्लेयर भी कर रहे हैं. That's what England did yesterday. Like Chaitanya said, I support this. ठीक है, आपको खेलना है. I like the way they bat. Because it's aggressive. And yes, maybe I don't support the way India's pitches are in Test cricket. 2-3 दिन का bowler friendly Test match नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be an equilibrium. I support what they're trying to do. But don't get carried away. Don't just for the heck of it, don't do stuff. Yesterday the game was in balance. If it had finished at 420 for 8, it would have been in balance. But just by declaring that, just by giving that to Australia, they've made it Australia's day. क्योंकि आपको टॉस हारने के बाद 400 रन कंसीड करने के बाद दूसरी टीम को ऑल आउट करने की भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ी और आपकी बैटिंग अपने आप आ गई, वो भी इस पिच पे. which is really part of the batting. अब अगेन जैसे आपने कहा ना कि क्या हो सकता है यार, जैसा मैंने कहा कि बेसबॉल इज जस्ट फॉर बैटिंग. बॉलिंग में आपको अभी भी वही बेसिक्स करने हैं. जस्ट बिकॉज यू स्कोरिंग एट 5 एंड ओवर, ऐसा नहीं कि आप हर 20 बॉल पे विकेट भी ले लोगे. दैट इज नॉट बेसबॉल. दैट डजंट हैपन. सो they'll have to do the hard grind. They'll have to bowl well. They'll have to justify. A point ये है कि now they'll have to justify this declaration by not giving Australia more than a 50 or 70 run lead, or restricting them to 400 450. जहां ये 450 के पार गया वहां पे you look stupid by that declaration.
हाँ, फिर तो वो हाथ से निकल जाएगा.
The moment they get a 100 run lead here, और 100 run तो बहुत कम बोल रहा हूं मैं. You know the kind of batting they have. They bat in number 7 यार. Number 7 तक उनके regular batsmen हैं. And Travis Head ने देखा उस पिच पे कैसे रन बनाए थे. WTC वाली पिच पे, which was a totally different pitch.
Yeah.
So और उस पिच पे स्टीव स्मिथ ने 200 बॉल खेल के 100 रन बनाए थे. इस पिच पे तो वो क्या करेगा? So it's a test of skill. It's a test of patience. Not just for Australia's batsmen, but more importantly for England's bowlers कि वो मतलब आपने चैलेंज किया है अपने बॉलर्स को कि इस पिच पे बॉलिंग करो, जबकि शायद I don't know. I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me कि you wanted to have a crack on David Warner for 20 minutes. अगले दिन कर लेते हैं यार. मतलब या लंच ने कहा ना कि उनकी वीकनेस है. वो वीकनेस हमेशा ही रहेगी ना. आप अगर 50 रन पहले डिक्लेयर कर दोगे वो वीकनेस सुधर तो नहीं जाएगी. सो आई डोंट नो, इट जस्ट डजंट मेक सेंस टू मी टू डिक्लेयर. बाकी जो ठीक है. एक चीज मैं यहाँ पे बोलूंगा. The biggest negative of baseball I see is managing time. Test cricket, जब तक 5 दिन का टेस्ट क्रिकेट रहेगा तब तक it is all about managing time. अगर आपने ऐसे कर दिया डिक्लेयर, Australia now has enough time to control this match. Enough time. 4 दिन बचे हैं. Assuming there is no weather. और weather देख के कोई नहीं खेलता है. Maybe England खेलती है, but I don't know. They have enough time. अब वो आराम से 2 दिन बैटिंग कर सकते हैं. They can take their own time. They can bat them out of this game, and they'll still be left with 2 full days to get England out, putting them under pressure. This is the kind of pitch यहाँ पे आपके 100 रन आएंगे.
कुलदीप सिंह वहाँ बॉलर भी उमेश यादव था, यहाँ पर जिमी एंडरसन.
अरे वहाँ पे सिराज भी था और शमी भी था. यहाँ पे जिमी एंडरसन है तो कंडीशंस भी तो देख लो ना. वहाँ पे कैसी पिच थी और यहाँ पे कैसी पिच थी. That is why I don't appreciate these comments. मतलब देखो तो सही ना यार, सारी चीजें इक्विलिब्रियम में रखो आप. वहाँ पे पिच ग्रीन टॉप थी, यहाँ पे पिच देखो बैंगलोर की पिच है. ठीक है. I mean the one positive is कि it's very very cloudy right now. The first session is going to be really tough. So this is the session where England, if they can get 2 to 3 wickets,
it'll be good.
Because it's very cloudy, the rain is about. Jimmy Anderson, the ball is just 20 minutes old. This is the session where they need to hurt Australia. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen.
Absolutely, they really need to dent Australia. और अगर नहीं हुआ तो as you already said, अगर 100 से ऊपर की लीड गई तो ये हाथ से जाने वाला है इंग्लैंड के मैच. और बात
They'll still have 2 days left.
and they still have 2 days left. और चेतन, मुझे लगता है कि आज इंग्लैंड की टीम और किसी को तो नहीं, लेकिन आपको जरूर प्रूव करने की कोशिश करेगी कि क्यों डिक्लेयर किया हमने पहले. Let's see.
Exactly. अब आप ये देखो ना, स्वैप 1 2 3 कह रहे हैं 550 रन यानी 170 की लीड, और 550 बना सकते हैं. You just need to bat out this first session, और फिर हर सेशन में 100 रन आएंगे. You bat 6 sessions, you get to 550. You bat 6 sessions here, you get to 550, and this side, Australian side. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि होगा, हो सकता है, और अगर हो गया, they'll still have 2 days left with a 170 run lead. फिर कहाँ जाएगा आपका बेसबॉल?
That will be quite interesting, right? चलिए देखते हैं क्या होता है आज के मैच में. स्वैप करें 4 डेज का टेस्ट मैच होता तो बेसबॉल काम में आता. वेल, स्वैप जो भी इनका नाम है वो देखेंगे किस तरह से होगा. पहले आज का मैच तो देख लेते हैं कि किस तरह से बॉलिंग होगी इंग्लैंड साइड की. और हमारे पास जेम्स एंडरसन है, स्टुअर्ट ब्रॉड है. लेट्स सी हाउ दे बॉल टुडे. एंड थैंक यू सो मच चेतन एंड चैतन्या फॉर जॉइनिंग विद मी. एंड लेट्स सी हाउ मैच.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I was in conversation with Chaitanya Nanda and Chaitanya Narula. It was fun chatting with them both because they had their own ideas of how baseball is going on and how this baseball technique will be proving out to be in today's match and also in Ashes 2023. Well, England declared on 393 in the very first day itself, and it was called out as a very bold move, and someone called as it's as a stupid move as well. But let's see what England have in store for us. Let's see how their bowlers will be bowling to the Australian batters. Australia are coming at the back of a really great victory in the World Test Championship. They are the Test champions now. Let's see how they pan out, how they bat in today's day. And for all of that, you really need to stay tuned to our Cricket Next live score on our YouTube channel. So for that, you press the bell icon and stay tuned with us.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।